Good day, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I've uploaded, but here I am again, back in action. Right here today I have with me the 2025 Mazda 3 hatch in G20 Pure trim. So as you can see, this is the overall car. We'll take a look at it, dive into the interior, take a look at the exterior and show you all around the car. So as you can see, this is the overall car. So without further ado, let's begin and take a look at this Mazda 3 hatch in G20 Pure trim and see whether it's worth all that money and whether should you buy this over its two main rivals, which is the Hyundai i30 base spec and the Toyota Corolla hatch base trim as well. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and do like and share this video so you can expect more amazing videos coming ahead. So without further ado, let's begin. So now let's take a look at the exterior of the Mazda 3 hatch in G20 Pure trim. So as you can see, this is the overall look of the Mazda 3 hatch. As you can see, it is a very nice design. This car launched back in 2018 and you can see it has aged really well, and it's got to be one of the best Mazda 3s out there. As you can see right there, we actually have the older generation in sedan form. So as you can see, the newer generation is actually much more sharper, it's much more nicer. And this car is finished in platinum quartz, this sort of gold finish, which actually looks really nice. If you go up close, you can sort of see it right there. It's called platinum quartz. So that's how the car looks. I mean, it looks very nice, it's very sporty. It's got to be one of the best looking ones in its class compared to the Hyundai i30 hatch and the Corolla hatch. But one thing that I don't like with the Mazda 3s, except the Astina trim level, is that you do get the halogen positioning lights and DRLs. So this doubles up as your positioning light and your daytime running light. It's not the most amazing looking one, and even with the headlights on, it still ons as your positioning light. So yeah, it's not the eye-catchy headlight design. I would still pick the Toyota Corolla hatches headlights because that is in LED. That's full LED, whereas this is partial LED. The main beams are still in LED though, which is still alright, and you do get the pulsating indicators, as you can see. And this part right here, you do get the Mazda badge with the sensors right here, which hides your adaptive sensors for your cruise control and all that. This part is finished in black as opposed to the CX-30s, which are in chrome. So this is finished in gloss black, as you can see right there. And as for the rims, the G20 Pure does get the smaller rim design as opposed to the Touring and Evolve and Astina, which get the bigger design. Still sort of looks nice, but the bigger rims would be much more better, of course. But to me, it's still acceptable nonetheless. Side mirrors are finished in body color up top and matte black at the bottom. With the Evolve and onwards, you do get this part finished in gloss black. So do take note of that. Don't be fooled by the keyless entry indentation right here, because this car doesn't come with keyless entry. So you still got to take your key out and unlock the car. And that is the interior. We'll take a look at that later when we dive in. And with the G20 Touring and up, this part will be finished in gloss black. So with the Evolve and below, this part is in matte black, as you can see. So do take note of that as well. So this is the rear design. As you can see, it's very nice. It's got a very nice curve. And I personally like this angle of the Mazda 3. It's got to be one of the most unique ones with this very nice and pronounced rear back. As you can see, many owners have actually complained that this is a very dangerous blind spot, especially when you're merging and changing lanes. You've got to be extra cautious, that is for sure. But in terms of the design aspect, this has got to be really nice. As you can see, you've got your fuel door right here, which is the auto release. You've got a gloss black spoiler up here, as you can see right here, very nice. And with your rear tail lamps, they are full LED. So you've got your tail light right here, and with the top spec Astina, this part would actually be lighted up as well. So with the Estina and below, it's only this part that actually light up. And you do get your pulsating indicator once again. And this is the rear look of the car. As you can see right here, very nice rear end. When you open up the tailgate, it's actually just below the Mazda badge. Pull on the lever and it actually opens up. You've got the removable parcel shelf, and storage is actually really good. You do get a quite deep storage area, and underneath the boot floor you do get a full-size spare tire and a tire repair kit. You don't find full-size spare tires these days, so it's still good that Mazda provides it. You do get a LED light right there, and the seats do fold down as well. They do split 60-40, which I'll show you later. You can remove this as well, two hooks that come off, and you can release it. There's actually 2 points right here, so we have got to release one there and there as well. And you can actually store this away, but you can't put it at the bottom. Take note of that. No powered tailgate, but it's still acceptable. As you can see, the tail lights once again. And this is how the car looks at the back. As you can see, really nice, quite an amazing design. Let's take a look at the front, the interior. As you can see, that's the inside. These are your seats. They are manual, of course, because this being the low spec, the G20 Pure. This is for your seat height, your seat inclination, your seat back, and your seat position with this little bar down there. So as you can see, the interior is really good. We'll dive into that as we go in later. And you also get your blind spot indicator right here. So this car comes with the full safety system. So you've got your blind spot monitoring icon right there. As you can see, the side profile of the car, it does look really nice, especially towards the back. It has a front overhang that's quite long, and you've got the back design that slopes really well and elegantly, as you can see. Personally, really love the design. As you can see, it's really damn good. And you've got your safety camera right there, part of the Mazda iActive Sense safety suite. This is the updated version. So the previous models will have this much more smaller triangle. So as you can see, the safety triangle is much bigger now. So this is how you differentiate the updated versus the non-updated system. You don't get front parking sensors because this is the Pure. So on the higher specs, you do get the parking sensor right here. On here, and there. So you get 4 parking sensors. So that is for the G20 Touring and upwards. So as you can see, overall, a really nice exterior design. It's a really good car for if you want to have this car just for your daily driver. And let's say if you want to get this as your first car, it is still a really good car, hands down. I would have to give the exterior a full 10 out of 10. It's got to be one of the most stylistic ones that look really nice. As you can see, this design has actually aged pretty well. So yeah, good job to Mazda. So here is the key fob of the Mazda 3 hatch. As you can see, it is the newer design Mazda key fob. The older designs used to be really thin and tall, whereas this is more broad and slightly shorter in height. So you've got a very nice key design. You've got your lock and unlock buttons right there. So as you unlock it, you do get your welcome lights, and the side mirrors do fold out. So you get your welcome lights right here. The actual beam itself and the positioning lights do light up, as you can see. And the indicators do pulsate. They do look really nice. And when you lock the car, the mirrors fold in. And when you unlock it again, they fold out. So you don't get keyless entry, as I told you. As you can see, when I press it, it doesn't actually lock it or unlock it. So that's just there for styling, but it doesn't actually get keyless entry. So yeah, this is the interior of the car. We'll dive into the interior when we start the car up. So as you can see, you do get that welcome screen right there, which is actually really good. We don't get that in its rivals, so this is a good thing that it actually has that for the base spec. So on the doors, pretty standard Mazda design. You do get mostly finished in black. The higher trims do get colored finishing. So on the GT trim and even the Estina, you can choose between a white interior and a red interior. So if you choose a red interior, this part will be in red, this part will be in red, and obviously your seats will be finished in red leather. So yeah, if you step up to the higher trims, you do get slightly better finishing, but with this, it's still alright nonetheless. So you do get 2 speakers right here. This car comes with the 10 speaker surround sound system. With the top spec, you do get the 12 speaker Bose system, which personally sounds good hands down. I've actually tried that system and it has got to be one of the best ones in this segment. So you've got all your things right there. You can actually put a nice water bottle right here. It's actually quite big, so you can put a decent sized water bottle. You've got a storage area that actually extends all the way to the back, which is actually really good. This sort of reminds me of Mercedes, the way the storage area is actually finished. So yeah, let's step inside and start the car up. So that is the interior, as you can see. Overall, it's really good. So to start this car, obviously it has keyless start. So all you got to do is just have the key fob inside the car, and then simply put your foot on the brake and then hit the engine start button to start. As you can see, the screens wake up and has a very nice animation. It takes a bit of time to start up the main screen, but it has a very nice animation overall. And yeah, the startup is nice, and overall I have no complaints for the overall startup and the interior. So let's close the door so we can dive into the interior in much more depth. Door does have a really nice and solid opening and closing feel, as you can see. Really solid. So yeah, I guess let us begin with the interior tour then. So as with all modern Mazdas, its best selling point would have to be its interior. So as you can see right here, I'm in the G20 Pure Mazda 3 hatch. If I wouldn't have told you that this is a base spec, I don't think you would have even guessed that this is a base spec by judging and looking at the interior. I mean, this looks really premium for what it offers. You can see the overall cabin layout. You've got the screen up there. You've got this very nice steering wheel right here. And you know, the overall layout of the car really makes it stand out amongst its class. Well, if you were to look at the i30 and the Corolla hatch, its interiors are not as premium as the Mazda 3. And when I mean Mazda 3, the 3 sedan, the 3 hatch, and even the CX-30, as all of them are on the same underpinnings. So as you can see, the interior has a really nice overall look. It feels really premium, and it's definitely much closer to the premium side of things. But let's start off with the steering wheel of the car. Being a Mazda owner myself, I have to give a really good plus point to the steering wheel of the Mazda 3. Having owned a CX-30 myself, I do get the same steering wheel design, and it is by far one of the best steering wheels in its class. You've got the perfect grip where you can hold your steering wheel really well. You've got nice sport grips on the sides. You've got this very nice chrome finishing right here, and the steering response is just really amazing. It has got to be one of the best in its class. And if you think the steering wheel is familiar, well, Porsche does employ the same sort of design. As you can see with these little spokes on the sides, you've got the bottom right here. If you were to look at a 911 steering wheel, particularly the 992 and even the Porsche Cayenne or the Panamera, if you were to look at their steering wheels closely, and you have to look back at the Mazda steering wheel, they do have some similarities. So yeah, just pointing that out. You've got the nice Mazda logo right here. On the higher trims, you would get a chrome surround, but on the Pure, you don't get it. But it's still acceptable. You've got your wiper controls right there. You get automatic wipers for the base spec Pure. You've got your indicator controls with your auto high beam button at the end right here. As you can see, really premium sounding indicator chime, and it's got that what Mazda is known for, the sort of pulsating indicators. So yeah, it's really good. Other than that, on the door cards, as you can see, the material finishing here is really amazing. You've got a soft touch plastics on the top right here. As you can see, it's soft touch. It's not the hard scratchy types. It's very nice. And you've got a soft touch leather vinyl right here. You've got cloth finishing. You've got black leather right here, and on the bottom here is actually your hard plastics, but it's not the cheap type. It is a very good quality hard plastics. So as you can see, very neatly done. And as with some models that I've pointed out before, especially Mercedes, they do make this part here really sharp, so if you can run your fingers, you do at times can cut your fingers. But with Mazdas, it's actually very smooth on the inside, which is a good thing. You've got a central locking right here, your mirror controls, window controls, that's what you expect. On the side here, you've got your i-stop function, you've got your parking sensors, your button to turn off all your safety systems. You've got a rather nice storage area right there. And with the G20 Pure, you do get the smaller head unit, not the 10-inch screen that was introduced with the 2025 model year. It's still alright. I do own a CX-30 and I do get this sort of screen design. It's really good. It gives you everything that you need. And in terms of the tech, it does get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's all wireless, and you control it via your rotary dial right here, similar to BMW's iDrive. So you've got all your controls right here into your main menus, like your settings. We have got your vehicle settings, your sounds, your safeties and all that. Under vehicle, you've got all your doors, exterior lighting, interior lighting, so on and so forth. You've got your safety settings. Being a base spec, it does get a really extensive list of safety features, as you can see, which is really good. And with the G20 Pure, this being the base spec, it does not get a 360 camera system, but you still can opt for it nonetheless, because Mazda offers the Vision Technology Pack, where it's a $1,800 option, where that adds on the 360 camera and also the driver monitoring system, and also your lane centering assist button that would go right here. That's part of a $1,800 pack. Personally though, having driven my CX-30 myself without a 360 camera, it is still acceptable, so it's not really required. So you've got your information right here where you can check all your vehicle status, your fuel efficiency and all that. You've got built-in navigation as well. Not the best, I will still stick to Apple CarPlay, but as a whole, this system it's got to be one of the best out there. If I were to rank it between the Hyundai system, the Toyota system and the Mazda system, I'll definitely rank the Mazda system as the top. It's got to be one of the better ones in the car industry. So with the infotainment system, it's not the type of systems where you have many unnecessary features. It's very straight to the point. That's what BMW employs as well. So Mazda did the same right here, which is actually really good. It's all that you need. And on the top right here, this part is finished in your very soft touch plastics. As you can see, it's soft touch, it's not the hard scratchable type. And right here, my personal favorite, is finished in this very nice soft leather. As you can see, really plush and soft. And we've got this very nice contrast stitching right here, really nice. Down here, being the base spec Pure, you do get manual air conditioning, but it's still acceptable. You've got your fan speed right here, you've got your temperature right here, your different modes, recirculation, your rear defrost and your front defrost. It's still alright considering this is the base spec, but I would love to see a door zone automatic climate control system. That's because many Chinese car brands are catching up, and as you may know, if you are watching from Malaysia, the Perodua Myvi and even the Proton Saga does get automatic climate control. So I mean, in a Mazda that is $32,000 and you still get manual air conditioning, and it's not that acceptable, but it's still alright for me nonetheless. You've got a storage area right here. On the G20 Evolve onwards, you do get a wireless charger right here. You've got two cup holders, your gear lever right here. You can put your foot on the brake, engage it to drive, go to the right into manual, upshift downwards and downshift upward. This is your reverse gear, and that's your reverse camera right there. Not the best in the world, but still acceptable. As you can see, you've got your parking sensor diagram and your reverse camera right there. And then put it into park, like so. with the higher trims, you do get the auto curb down side mirrors, but on the Pure you don't get it, sadly. You've got your sport button right here where you can turn it up like so to go into sport mode. And I have to point this out. If you can see the sport button right here, just listen to the sound that the toggle switch makes. As you can see, sounds familiar. That's because Mazda has taken some clear inspiration from Audi. So Audi, if you are not familiar with Audis, they do make one of the best sounding buttons. You know, it's known for the amazing tactile feeling for the buttons, like all the in-car buttons. So yeah, that's similar to Audi in a way, which is very good. Job well done to Mazda. You've got your volume knob right here where you can turn on the volume, as you can see, and it doubles up as your mute button. Your favorites, your iDrive knob that goes up, down, left, right, scrolls to the left, scrolls to the right, and clicks down for enter. Mazda calls it the MZD Connect system, but it's sort of inspired by the BMW iDrive, which is clearly obvious. You've got your music button, your navigation shortcut, you've got your home and your back button, your auto hold function, and your parking brake. To engage it, hold the lever back up, as you can see. So now moving on to storage, you've got your very nice front center armrest. It's the slidable type, as you can see, so it slides front and back, and you can open it right up, and it reveals a rather deep storage area where you have this tray that you can move forward and back, so you can sit in 2 positions depending on what stuff you have. You've got 2 USB-C ports and your SD card slot right there, and you've got a 12-volt socket. So the cables can pass through on the center right here, as you can see. And these are your seats. They're really comfortable. Having owned the CX-30 myself, it's the same seat layout but just different trimmings. It's very nice, it's supportive. You've got your side bolstering support. You've got manual headrest adjustments, but it's still okay. And this on the G20 Pure, the center part is actually finished in this different fabric. It's more of like a orange shade, as you can see. This is the primary black, and this part is finished in the orange like finishing. It's actually really nice because it goes kind of well with the stitching. So as you can see right here, it ties in with the stitching. As you can see, it's sort of similar. So yeah, I mean, it's very nice. It ties in. It's not really odd. So now looking up here, you get your manual dimming rearview mirror. It's expected because this is a base spec. The i30 base spec does come with a manual dimming unit as well. So you can push it forward like so and bring it back like that. Still alright, but I appreciate if it's auto dimming. So you've got your seatbelt reminder right here with your passenger airbag indicator. And up here you do get your pretty typical reading lights and your interior lights. That turns on the back one as well, and you can turn them off all with one button, similar to how BMW does in some of their models. And if you may have seen this sort of upper part before, that's because the Jaguar XF has the same layout, and some Range Rover models as well. So this is a sort of similar design, so that's why it looks familiar. You've got a sunglass holder. You've got your SOS emergency button. With the 2025 model year update, Mazda has actually introduced the SOS system and the Mazda Connect app, where you can control the car and perform various functions with the MZD app. That was with the model year update. The sun visor right here does get a vanity mirror. Doesn't get a light, sadly. Would expect it to have a light, but it is what it is. You've got your grab handle right here, and the roof lining is actually in black as opposed to the CX-30, which is in white. So this is a more sporty approach compared to the CX-30. So yeah, that is my short overview of the Mazda 3 Hatch G20 Pure's interior. What do you think? So to rate the overall interior, I would have to give it an 8 out of 10. The reason I give it an 8 out of 10 is because it's really nicely done. The overall interior, it's very premium. It's got every feature that you need of a base spec model. It feels really nice in here. It doesn't feel like it's a $31,000 car. It's really nicely appointed, and Mazda has really done a good job in terms of the overall interior design. This car came out back in 2018 when it was first launched, and now it's 2025, and as you can see, it still looks really good. It's still modern, and personally I really like it. The only things that I were to complain has to be with the climate control system. I would have appreciated it to be the automatic unit, and probably the rear view mirror as well. This could have been a auto dimming unit as opposed to a manual dimming unit. These are really small nitpicks. And of course, the vanity light, that would have been nicer, and probably a sunroof would be expected as well, but Mazda does offer that in the higher trim levels, which is the Estina. But outside of that, if I were to compare this against the i30 base spec and the Corolla hatch base spec, this definitely has to be my pick. It's got to be one of the most premium ones in its class, and yeah, overall Mazda, really good job, and the interior is amazing. Well done. So I guess that's all for the front of the Mazda 3 hatch. We can now take a look at the rear seats to see how comfortable it actually is. So the driver's seat, I've already set it to my driving position. So let's go ahead and take a look. So as you can see with the rear doors, they do have a wide opening. They open almost to a 90-degree angle, so getting in and out is really easy. As you can see with the rear door right here, it's curved up. As you can see, the design, it's sort of curved up as opposed to the i30 hatch and the Corolla hatchback, which have a more flatter design. So this is more angled, and the quarter window is actually really tiny. It's actually smaller than my hand. So having kids back here may be a little bit of a struggle, since it can get a little bit claustrophobic, as you can see with the black headliner and the very tiny quarter window. So as you can see, it's darker as opposed to the other two. But for probably two people who don't really use the back seats, it is still alright. So let's hop in. Let's close the door. So the door opening and closing is really solid, as you can see. So as you can see, the driver's seat is set to my position, and I do not get that much of leg room. As you can see, it's really tiny, but I got space to slot my feet underneath the footwell. So it's not the most comfortable back here. As you can see, it's really cramped for me. I am about 170 centimeters tall, so it's not the best, and I won't be that comfortable for long journey drives, that's for sure. But at the back here, you do get the same finishing. As you can see, it's the soft touch type, and here it's the soft plastics, and the back here is leather as well. But unlike the front, as you can see right there, that is in the gloss black, as you can see right there. At the back here, it's more of a matte finish, as you can see right here. Take note of that. You've got the same polished chrome finishing right here, and this is what I mean. As you can see, the very tiny quarter window, and it sort of slants upwards, so it doesn't give you the best view out of the car. And if you were to roll down the window, which I can't at the moment for some reason, it doesn't actually go down all the way, which is a bit annoying. I would appreciate it if it would have gone down more, so now it provides you much better a view outside, and you can actually just slot your arm right here. But it is what it is. You don't get... So another thing to note with the G20 Pure is that it doesn't get rear climate vents. So as you can see, it's completely closed off. So you don't even get the rear climate control vents. You don't even get any charging ports right here, which is really disappointing. So the aircon vents are only available with the G20 Evolve and upwards. So you don't actually get aircon vents. You don't even get seat storage for the back. With the Evolve and upwards, you do get a storage pocket on the left passenger seats area right here. You do get a storage area, but with the Pure, you don't get it, as you can see. And you don't get a rear center armrest as well. As you can see, it's just a seat, so you don't get the armrest that folds down. So yeah, you do get few compromises with the G20 Pure. You've got your rear interior light up there, and you do get a grab handle with a coat hook for both sides. So yeah, that is the overall interior of the G20 Pure. As you can see, the interior from this angle looks really nice. It's got to be one of the best interiors in its class. And overall, I have no complaints for the interior. But for the rear area, if you are going to sit rear passengers quite often, let's say your kids or adult individuals, it may not be the best car for you, because you don't get the rear vent, you don't get the storage area, you don't get the rear fold down armrests, which are much needed comfort features actually for day-to-day driving if you are seated at the back here. So yeah, I would not recommend this car. If you were to ferry around rear passengers quite a lot, you'd be better off going for a CX-30 in probably touring or Astina guys. So if you're primarily using the front seats, do definitely get this car. It's still acceptable. So I think that's it for the back. I can hop on out. As you can see, it opens wide enough, so I've got actually quite a lot of room to get out, as you can see. So this is the end of the full review of this lovely 2025 Mazda 3 Hatch G20 Pure. So what do you think, guys? Is this car nice as opposed to its rivals? What do you think of this car? Do let me know in the comment section down below. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thanks for liking. Thanks for sharing this video. I'll be back again with some amazing content, so do stay tuned. For now, stay safe, and thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.